Good afternoon, everybody. This is just Heather Sebens from here at Let's Talk About It, and it's just in regards to basically talking about it, of course, because it's always interesting one-on-one with all of you. It's amazing what you could find out. We have so much in common, but then finding out other people who have epilepsy also have children who have epilepsy, and that's just my little bit of information, my story kind of today, my little bit of tidbit is with the Let's Talk About It. When I grew up, and with my mom, she was very introverted. She did a great job, but she was very fearful of my epilepsy. She loved me so much, but I think that just upset her. She was fearful that basically she gave it to me. It was back in, I was born in the 70s. And with everything coming out the way it is today, it's just amazing because it's showing people from a little bit earlier than these past couple years till the years coming now out. It's showing so many people who are going to face it that it's not a big deal. There's so many different type of illnesses, and I have to tell you that yes, I had to go face to face with my own daughter. And did it break my heart? It did. And I'm one of those people who, it's interesting, of course, being epileptic, being on medication, going through 3 brain surgeries, you would think that I was so emotional, but I usually, I don't cry that much. I'm really tough. I take it on. But there was a moment, of course, when she got that. I was just questioning God, why? And, you know, just the whole whys. And, you as an epileptic, when you have a kid, you want to take it on. That's the big thing, because I've gone through 32 years of it, and that happened when she was 6.5, and it just broke my heart. I just didn't think it would happen. She had one at 2, and it was, high fever, and it went away and didn't come back for 4.5 years, and it came back with a vengeance, and it just really crunched my heart, and I did have some fear, and I was just like, why? Why can't you give it to me? Because she's so precious. And she already had to see me, still go then through so much with my epilepsy and, changing medications over and over and over, trying to fix it. And she saw me go through then, it was 2 brain surgeries, and today I just went through my 3rd, and it's just amazing how this girl sparkles. So I sit back and I know that God has a reason. He knows people's strengths in certain areas. So, just have to go with the flow and know that there are so many answers today that, you're just going to have to hang on with that strength and that faith and know that you're going to find that answer. Don't settle back. Don't sit back and think, never for me. There's always going to be something for you. But and don't sit there and plan your future of never having kids. I was never even told, and I thank God for that, because I have a beautiful child, and yes, she has it, but so small of childhood epilepsy, absence seizures, that it's such a small dose of medicine, she can't even get a pill. So most likely she will outgrow it. It was just very hard to take on, and there were nights I would just stand by her door, who I just don't cry, and I would cry, and it just hurt. But, kids are filled with such amazing just strength, just vengeance to get through it all. And I had this adorable book that had this couple sayings in here, and it's about friends, which my daughter and I, well, are today and always will be. And it says a true friend accepts you just as you are. And I mean, and that's basically the whole situation, no matter what's going on with seizures. That's how we have to see it. With a true friend, when we have seizures, I got Tori knowing that it's not a big deal. Nothing big about it. Small little, misfires going on, but guess what? Pop right back out. Life's great and everything's going forward. And she's got a great personality and everyone sees that. And it's all about, it's just a true friend accepts it and it's just how she is. Because God knows that with that other friend, there's something else that she has to accept too. This is just a brain thing. And fortunately with that, it doesn't show unless you have, surgery. It doesn't show, of course, unless you have the seizure too. But otherwise, just standing here, would you ever guess, does that person, it doesn't show. So that's a blessing there. And then a true friend believes in your potential. And that was a big thing, to do for me as a mom of this child. I've been the child with it, and now I have to see how my mom saw it. And no, I have to believe that my kid, no matter with the epilepsy, has potential, and we don't hold them back. And and that's a big thing. And she has so much potential. And no matter what, some have holdbacks, and she has a couple with reading, but you know what? She has so much potential still to grow. And then there's this other one. A true friend understands you even when you don't understand yourself. Because especially with children, when you're given, this whole term, guess what you have, it's like understanding that, but you just have to take them in and just say, you know what, through it all, you just got to give them comfort and just say, especially with Tori, this is kind of a strange blessing for anyone out there who is the parent that has epilepsy and a child with epilepsy. It's kind of a blessing in a really weird way to say that, because you have that relation, you have that understanding, and that way you can see eye to eye. It was really hard for my mom because she couldn't, and when you try to explain any feelings you had and such, and I can see where it was really tough for her. But there's nothing out there that holds my child back, and if it outgrows, and it outgrows. If it doesn't, I can personally say, after 32 years and 3 brain surgeries that finally fixed it, it's all worth it, because we have an amazing family and just have amazing abilities, and it's nothing that is a holdback. In my particular life, there might be some strains in some areas, but there's nothing that you can't overcome certain things with other things, much talent. So just know that. And always keep in contact with, all your friends, all your family, and definitely keep in contact with other people, who do have epilepsy, so that what's going on with you, them, and you guys can talk about that and see, hey, you're not alone, no big deal. And definitely when you go out and you're making friends, my big thing is I always told people, I don't hide it, because it's not a big deal to me. Because if you're afraid of it, they're going to be afraid of it, and they just won't know how to handle it. So if you know how to handle it, they'll know how to handle it. But my little Tori, I do have a great belief that she will outgrow it, and I pray for that. But she just turned 9, and it was right after my 3rd brain surgery, and it was my first time out of all of her birthdays to be well for it, and I'm so, so blessed. So just know, when you're climbing looking for that answer, it will come. So many blessings to all of you, and just know, just talk about it, and many blessings.